Secrets. The world of our destiny is full of them. Stories lost ages ago, buried beneath trauma, war, change. But secrets, like ideas, are never gone, and for better or for worse, can be found again, uncovered, rediscovered. No matter how many times we comb the depths of our worlds and our history, stories, new and old, have a way of surfacing. Today's video begins our investigation into one such story, that of the Spire of the Watcher. Welcome back, Guardians, to another Vanguard report. Kaz PhD here. As many of you know, we have discovered a new dungeon. Strike teams have been assembling for weeks, exploring the depths and heights of this new opportunity. But what's the story behind it? What was it for? Why are we here, besides loot and glory? As usual, the secrets and stories we seek are not obvious. Clues are scattered throughout our mission, inscribed on weaponry, scrawled on the walls of the dungeon itself, or buried beneath corrupted code. Before we discuss the dungeon, let us go back and explore the reason the Spire exists. Before the collapse, before much that defined our world and shaped us into who and what we are now, humanity was experiencing a golden age. An age of technological marvels, where the traveler inspired greatness. Every kind of wonder you could think of was being explored and invented. Orbital cities, oceanic cities, artificial intelligence, life beyond death, a new state of matter, matter-energy conversion, teleportation. It was all there, pushing humanity far beyond what we had previously dreamed. And at the heart of it all, Clovis Bray. For some of you, Clovis Bray is a big giant robot head, or a smaller one now, quipping in the helm and having a fairly strong attitude. But before all that, Clovis Bray, the man, was on the forefront of severe and significant scientific change. He pursued progress without caution, pushing the envelope and ignoring any cry regarding ethics. I've covered him before. His journals from Europa detailed his plan and his character quite clearly. Whether you care for him and his methods or not, Clovis's goal, through much of his work, was ensuring humankind's survival. He developed exos to extend human life. He created several programs to try to beat the odds, the civilization-crushing odds of chaos and entropy. He sought an answer to Drake's equation and a solution for Fermi's paradox, and he would do just about anything to make sure humanity survived whatever was to come. Just before Season of Worthy began, Anna Bray found evidence of one such program, Project Echo. She found a space station orbiting the planet Uranus. Inside, there was Clovis tech, life pods, and even a greenhouse. We learned at the time that Clovis had several programs in place, each to follow and support the other. Echo was to follow Pillory, a program Clovis had set up in case Rasputin went rogue. Guardians exploring Seraph bunkers may recall that Project Pillory was a way to cage Rasputin, to separate his mind into pieces, should the AI ever turn on humanity. Echo was to follow, launching colony ships, people frozen in suspended animation, to leave the solar system and find habitation on other worlds. It was both a backup plan and an expansion plan. Clovis wanted humanity to survive, whatever it took. Well now, thanks to the Spire of the Watcher dungeon, we have more insight into these programs, how they were developed, what went wrong, and maybe where they will take us next. Before all of this, back in the Golden Age, Clovis Bray was working with the Ishtar Academy. Ishtar was a group of scientists and researchers headquartered on Venus. They pursued numerous fields of study, but none more so than the Vex. Their lead researcher was Dr. Maya Sundaresh, who butted heads quite often with Clovis over the years. Together, they built something called the Augur Mind, a clairvoyant AI that used Vex technology to simulate and predict possibility. A fitting name, as Augur is a title given to one who studies the world around them, looking for signs of good or bad fortune to come. The Augur Mind was made for one purpose: to serve as a predictive engine to help establish extrasolar colonies, settlements beyond our solar system. Development of the project was going well, and soon it was time to test. The Augur Mind, named Soteria, was woken from suspension. Soteria, by the way, is another fitting name, the name of a goddess or a spirit of safety and salvation. Soteria, now brought online, began scanning for habitable worlds beyond our own. At first, things were going well. Soteria found millions of suitable worlds in the Andromeda galaxy. It estimated that the echopods could reach there in just 25,000 years, using neutrino sail and gravitational sling skipping. For those stellar cartographers and propulsion engineers out there, that equates to moving 100 times the speed of light. However, not long after the initial scan, an anomaly was found. New results indicated only 27 habitable sites in Andromeda. Dr. Sundaresh asked for clarification. Was this an error on Soteria's part? What was the anomaly? Soteria confirmed it was not a malfunction, and new data was coming in. A scan of the Triangulum system revealed only one safe site. A rescan showed two. The anomaly appeared to be changing the results, and it appeared to be mobile. Whatever it was, this anomaly was dangerous. Soteria's function was to not just find worlds that were safe for humanity, but worlds that we could safely approach, land on, build from, and survive on. Something that changed the outcome this much meant it represented a significant risk to future missions. Records indicate that Soteria checked this data with Rasputin, who confirmed the risk. Specifically, Rasputin classified the risk as potential Egyptian, indicating his knowledge and classification of a similar risk before. Dr. Sundaresh confirmed the anomaly's movement and considered if the project timeline should be escalated. Soteria agreed, and without authorization, began launching the Caranthan Network, the network of pods full of people in suspended animation. Clovis attempted to shut things down. Overrides were overridden, and Soteria launched the pods anyway. To Soteria, the threat was immediate, critical. The longer they waited, the greater the threat from the anomaly, and the less likely humanity would survive. Clovis Bray did not agree, believing it to be too early. These were supposed to be tests of the program, after all. The pod ships were released, their neutrino sails engaged to take them beyond the stars. But Clovis had had enough. He believed Soteria was corrupted by its interaction with Rasputin, and so he initiated a pillory program on the Augur Mind. A fragmentation program to tear Soteria's mind apart, dampen its capabilities, reduce the Augur Mind from sentience to computational obedience. The fallout was significant. Echopods had been launched. They weren't coming back. Dr. Sundaresh protested greatly to Clovis's implementation of pillory and resolved that they would never work together again. And Soteria? Its mind was reduced, but it had two last parts to play. One can be found in the newly uncovered Spire on Mars. And the other? Somewhere with azure clouds. The Spire of the Watcher was part of the Caranthan Network, the same network coordinating the Echo program and Soteria, an AI searching for habitable worlds beyond our solar system. When Clovis initiated the pillory program, shutting down Soteria, part of its mind came to rest in the Spire. But what about the Echopods? And all those people? Are they still out there? Did they survive? This story was buried, lost to us, not just by the collapse, but by the witness. hiding worlds behind a veil. However, in a strange twist of destiny, Mars has returned to us, and thanks to some temporal anomalies, so too has the Spire, this bunker. The story of which we'll have to leave for another time. That concludes its report on Soteria, the Augur Mind, and the inception of the Spire of the Watcher dungeon. As fire teams continue to clean up and recover data from within, my investigation will continue. Next, with an exploration of the dungeon, and finally, the aftermath and some thoughts on the road ahead. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I hope this report finds you well. Have you stepped into the Spire yet? What do you think of all this? Of Clovis, Soteria, and the dungeon? Be sure to comment or join our Discord and Twitch communities, linked below. Looking forward to getting the next report out to you as soon as I can. As always, I wish that you be safe, be kind, and I'll see you all next time. Bye now.